know what you want. If it's ready, I think Nancy can tell me, is it ready?
Can show what is the Facebook, can subscribe our E2413 on the YouTube. So teacher Andy can show the YouTube, the YouTube link channel.
Yeah.
We have 1 more minute to go. So we'll not be sharing the video because only have less than a minute to go.
Yeah.
Do you have our Facebook link and the channel to show the picture? Next slide, right?
According to my watch, all right, we will have about 10 seconds more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wealth and Success with the Right Numbers with Yinyang Digital Energetics. Today, I'm going to introduce you a well-known speaker who is also a Chinese expert. So the speaker himself, he is a chartered accountant by training with an MBA degree from UK. He is a trainer and speaker at Edu413 Private Limited. Since 1996, he has trained over 13,500 people in 16 countries. The topics, of course, include WeChat, Art of War, Sun Tzu, 36 Strategy, finance management, and many things. Of course, being an accountant, he knows the numbers and he knows accounting very, very well. He is a bilingual trainer. He can speak English and can speak Mandarin very, very well. And also take care of the PowerPoints, slides, and courses in English. And at the same time, is very well versed in culture and history. We call it, sinologist or Chinese studies expert. So, ladies and gentlemen, please warmly welcome Mr. Andy Ng.
Thank you, Ernest. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Andy, and today we are talking about how to have wealth and success with the right number. So we know today is Saturday, and today is also the Li Chun Day. Li Chun meaning it is actually the beginning of spring according to the lunar calendar. This is also the beginning of the Lunar New Year or the Chinese New Year. So the Lunar New Year did not start on the 22nd of January. It actually starts on the Li Chun. So basically, it's today, 4th of February. In more or less every year is 4th of February, regardless of the Chinese New Year, whichever dates. So it's important that at the beginning of the spring, so we do the right things. And one of the things that we do is actually having the right numbers. So this is our company's website, edu413.com. You can see a lot of information there. Our company's Facebook is actually not the company Facebook. It's actually our Master Lee Facebook called Nancy Lee, Nancy. Lee is Li. Nancy Lee, you can actually go to you can search for Nancy Lee, and you can actually find her Facebook page and also her Facebook account. So remember, it is Nancy Lee and not E2413 in the Facebook, right? But for the website, it's actually the company. And then,
also have. E2413 also have.
Okay, you should also have. So follow all if you can. So we're talking about how to have wealth and success, and this is sinology, refers to any sino means from China. Logy means the study. So any studies from China, whether it's culture, literature, history, or whatever, right? So as you know, I'm trained as an accountant. I can look at the numbers of a business and tell its past, present, future. But today I can look at your numbers, your mobile numbers, and actually able to tell your past, present, future. This is something that you also can learn. We have a course coming end of the month, 25th and 26th of February. So when you attend this course, I think some of us here have attended the course. For example, Grace has attended the course before, right? So the rest, if you're interested, you can attend the course. And after this 2 days course, it's full day, 10 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. It's a very long day, 10 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. After attending these 2 full days, you'll become an expert in mobile numerology, and also you also will know what is good number. So like earlier I mentioned before, the number 8, yeah, the Chinese say it's far, but actually to here we don't go by how it sounds. We don't go by how it sounds, so we never say the number 8 is good. So number 8 is good, no good, depends on many things. So it is not all the 8 is good. So this is very important because this is not what most people think about. Right? So Teacher Lee is the one that started this. So she's the one that able to read a person 八字. 八字 meaning that your year, month, day, and time of birth, each of these 4 elements, they have the 2 characters. 2个字. So you have total 八字, that means 8 characters. So from here, you are able to find out those elements. For example, what elements are you? Are you one of the fire? Are you wood, fire, or soil, or metal? And also from here, you can find out what are you shortage of. And Teacher Lee will look for complementary factors in mobile numbers. So in a way, she's actually like strengthening you with mobile numbers. It's just like we can, based on how you look, and strengthen your profile, strengthen how you look, make you look better with the right clothing. It's about the same principle. So Teacher Lee is the 八字 master, and she is able to read 八字 very accurately because she has been in this business for a very long time. And also she learned the 八字 from Master Hu Yiming, who is very famous in China and in Taiwan. And Master Hu Yiming has been interviewed 7 times by China Central Television. Teacher Lee has also been interviewed 1 time by CCTV. And she also has some accolades like this Zhouyi Experts Award, and also featured in the government stamp. It's a real stamp, right? Also featured in this book, Rising Power, 100 Outstanding Chinese. And also, this book talks about 100 outstanding Chinese, including very prominent people that you know, the Huawei founder, and also the Tencent Holdings founder and CEO. So Teacher Lee is standing on the same shoulders with all these great people. And earlier last year, Teacher Lee was also interviewed by CCTV. This interview is in Chinese. If you want to watch it, it is in our YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is simply called EDO413. So you go to YouTube and you search for EDO413, EDOO413, and you're able to find the company's many 700, 800 videos. And among them, of course, you can find this interview between CCTV and Teacher Lee last year, 13th of April, right? So entirely in Chinese, no English subtitles, because in China, there is no such thing called English subtitles. Just like in US, there's no such thing called subtitles at all, right? In US does not even have English or Chinese or whatever subtitles. Subtitles only exist in Asia, by the way. India has no subtitles too. So Teacher Lee has talked a lot about numerology and also feng shui. And so from your mobile number, we can actually tell 6 areas of your life. So we can look at your past, present, future. The past is since when you started to use that number. The future is projection into the future based on the energies of the number. And from here, we are able to project for a certain reasonable degree of accuracy. So we call it 80% because this whole thing is based on I Ching. So I Ching has only 80% accuracy. So we are very straightforward and tell you there's no 100%. Whoever tells you there's 100% is either lying or do not know what they're talking about. For example, they say this vaccine, this medicine, of course, we know there's no 100%, right? No matter how much you pay, whether you pay $1 million or you pay $1 or pay 10 cents, in the end, it's still the same, no 100%. So from the mobile number, can tell 6 areas of life, not just your wealth, but also how do you do in your relationship. And lastly, also your benefactors, how you're able to have people who helped you. The people who help you are called your benefactors. So in Chinese, we call it 贵人, 贵人. And if you go to Google, Google will translate 贵人 as noble man, which is 100% wrong. That is actually 贵族. Noble man in Chinese is 贵族, not 贵人. So from here, you can see Google translation is basically not very correct for most of the things in Chinese. So we are talking about the life of happiness. So I'm not sure whether you guys have chosen the right life or not. And more importantly, how do you get your current mobile number? Did you choose it yourself or did you take whatever number that was given to you? So while the case is whether you choose or do not choose, At the end of the day, when you use that number, you'll be affected by the number. Just like I did not choose, like I choose the house where I stay, but then after that, outside they got construction, very noisy, I'll be affected by it, right? And whoever stay here will be affected by the construction noise, right? Whether you're rich or poor or whatever you are, right? Of course, I can change my location if I don't want to be affected by it, right? Or I can change my environment. For example, I seal with aircon, right? So it's similar to your mobile number as well. Whatever number you're using, you can actually do something if you think it is not giving you what you want. So the whole thing is all based on Yinyang and the law of large numbers. There's no 100%. Law of large numbers meaning it's only large numbers. So usually large numbers refers to 70, 80, or 90%. So Yinyang, some people like to call it Aiqing, but today we call it Yinyang because we follow the Pinyin way by China, not the Taiwanese way. Taiwanese is using Tongyong Pinyin. So we go by the China's way, it's called Yinyang. So Yinyang has been around more than 6,500 years ago and has been around for very, very long. So the whole principle here is based on Yinyang. So we do not interpret the numbers by adding them up. We also do not analyze the number by looking at how they sound, whether 4 doesn't sound good, 8 sounds good. Sorry, we don't go by how it sounds. We also do not go by what it means in some Taoism or religion, or in some opera meaning. So we only go by Yinyang principles. So the key thing is why you talk about mobile number, because we have a lot of numbers. In fact, today you can, after today's short seminar, you can actually have some knowledge on how to analyze any number in the world. But today we focus on mobile number because that is the number that we use the most. You can analyze your IC number, but understand that IC number, certificate numbers, you cannot change, right? If you're not happy with it, well, Teacher Lee has a way to address it. So she has a way to address it through negation surveys. You cannot change your IC number, but you can do something to reduce the negative effect if it happens to be no good. As for house number, you can change, but only by moving house, which is very costly. So in case, just for the information, many people may not be aware, currently the housing crisis in Singapore is the record high. So let me repeat one more time. The rental in Singapore is a record high currently, as what I'm speaking right now, today, 4th of February 2023. And also the property prices is also the record high. That means never have we seen the history whereby the prices are so high. And of course, rental is much higher than last time. So, so it's quite difficult, right? So anyway, if you think your house number no good, you can actually get Teacher Lee to read your house feng shui. Feng Shui, Teacher Lee can read your house feng shui, and she has a free service, a short free service online. So this service normally it sells for, I think, $1,000. But if you're interested, because today you guys are very lucky, you came for the Zoom seminar, so you're entitled to this free online feng shui viewing. So you arrange with Jean or me or whoever, and we can actually do for you on the online Zoom feng shui house viewing. So as for car number, if you want to change, you have to apply to LTA and pay the admin fee and also pay the bidding fee, which starts from 1,000 minimum, right? But no matter what it is, the number that we use the most is actually our mobile number. So we all know anything that you use more affects you more, correct? Like you only wear the Chinese traditional costume once a year during the Chinese New Year. So whether it is nice looking or whatever, it only affects you once a year, right? But if you wear the t-shirt every day, or you wear the uniform every day, right? Just like some people, they wear the uniform every day, right? And then of course you'll be affected by the uniform much more than the Chinese New Year clothing because you only wear it once a year, right? So as for our mobile number, we use it for every day, non-stop using. Reason is the mobile phone is an indispensable tool that we simply cannot live without. You can leave home without your wallet. Even you do not need to bring your IC. Yeah, you can actually, your IC is inside your actually SingPass app. The police can look at your SingPass app IC from there and recognize that as a proper IC. But not the banks. The banks in Singapore still do not recognize that. You need to show the banks your actual IC. So we can, everything with a mobile phone, and we use it for very long periods of time, in fact, non-stop, even sleeping, Of course, some people say when I sleep, I switch off my phone, then my mobile number is not being in use. Actually, you join many group chats and people do send messages in the middle of the night, right? Another reason is that we have people from many other countries, so they may be sending at different timing. But there are some people at night cannot sleep, 3 a.m. still send messages, right? They send a group chat, and if you inside the group chat, and in the group chat, people identify you by your mobile number. So basically, your mobile number is still being in use, even though at night you switch off your phone, right? We use it so much that some people start to wonder, how can a mobile number help me to be more prosperous, right? But before we talk about making more money, we talk about not losing money, correct? Because in the art of war, it is important that we talk about not losing before we talk about winning, right? So as we talk about, you want to be very strong, start by firstly, you are healthy, you're not sick, right? So the mobile number, first thing is that, is it giving you what you want? And many people will say, I work so hard, but then somehow the money don't seem to be able to keep. Then one reason could be your mobile number does not have numbers that help you to attract and retain money. So as a result, you find it hard to earn and keep money. Like some people spend a lot of money on buying Toto yesterday, right? And yesterday, 9:30 p.m., some people are made very rich and the rest are just nothing, right? Disappointed, right? So if your mobile number has wealth leakages, then it is actually no good, right? So I can see the mobile number of our people here. Mr. Neo, I think Mr. Neo, I do not have your mobile number. I think the rest I have. Right? And I have Nick, Isa, and then I also have Mr. Chun, Mr. Yong. Okay, so just look at Mr. Yong's number. Wow, pretty quite. I mean, this is a US number I see, yeah. Excluding the state code, I have 7 digits here. Basically, just looking at these 7 digits, I think is all negative. Negative, and it's also leaking wealth. But no worry, man, Mr. Young, you are coming to Singapore, you'll be taking a Singapore number, right? So yeah, so this one is just for information. So it's based on the simple understanding everything has energy. And of course, numbers have energy, they are form of language. They carry that magnetic fields, although we cannot see it or touch it, but we can feel it when we actually use something. It's just like your Wi-Fi signals, right? You cannot ask Singtel to please show you how strong is the Wi-Fi. Singtel will say you use your computer, you post videos, and you know whether the Wi-Fi is strong or weak, right? So your mobile number is similar to that. It has the energy, whether it's positive or negative, and then it has the energy we call vibration, right? Energy that intensifies is called vibration. So every time you use your mobile number, for example, you have the OTP, right? One-time password using mobile number, and you have all those like verification and also SMS and WhatsApp. So every time you use the number, is actually sending some magnetic field. So if it's positive, it is good. If it's negative, then it's sending negative energy. So the whole thing is based on I Ching, and just I mentioned, so I Ching has been around for many thousand years, and I Ching has many concepts. One of them is, of course, we all know is the 64 hexagram and also the 8 trigrams. And then there's also this thing called the 5 elements, which I think people are quite familiar. So now we are already in the rabbit year, starts from today, 10:42 a.m., right? When the rabbit year, and this is actually a black rabbit. Black actually means water. The color for water is actually black, right? So this is a black rabbit, water rabbit year, right? So we have the 5 elements. The 5 elements have the relationship of countering or growing. Countering means they actually kill, and growing is actually they grow. For example, water grows wood, right? Water grows wood, but water will kill fire. So these 5 elements. So the reason I'm telling you this is very simple. Our digits, we have our mobile numbers. We have our mobile numbers based on the 八卦 by the King Zhou of King Wen of Zhou dynasty. So created by him, and we call it 后天八卦. You can call it later. You can call it a subsequent 八卦. So based on that, we have the 8 digits, and they have the corresponding 5 elements, and also the yin yang. So the digits are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there is no 5 and 0. 5 is in the middle. You know, 5 is in the middle, right? And 0 is actually a virtual number. The meaning of 0 depends on the digit in front. The digit 0 itself has no meaning, which we all know about that, right? So when we analyze the mobile numbers, each of the 8 digits is 8 because it's Bagua 64 has a gram, right? And each of the digits have the 5 elements and also the yin-yang. So we look at numbers in pairs. Understand that Chinese look at things in pairs. Huh? For example, eat 2 chopsticks, right? Nobody can eat 1 chopstick. And when we greet people, we use 2 hands to greet, right? We say, oh, congratulations, Happy New Year. We are not like the Westerners only use 1 hand. Hello. So we don't use 1 hand. When we do something, we use 2 hands, right? Hands gestures. So the Chinese look at numbers in pairs. So that's why some people ask, Andy, is a number 8 good or no good? I would say depends on what is in front and behind 8, right? Because I'm looking at numbers in pairs. So your mobile number, you have 8 digits. We have several pairs of numbers. Maximum, you have 7 pairs, minimum 1 pair. So each one of them, the pairing could be positive or negative. So if you have many negatives, then it is very negative energy. Huh? So I'd like to highlight that double negative does not mean it's positive. Huh? How can a double negative be positive, right? Like in Japan, in 2011, they have the earthquake, they have the tsunami, they have the storm, right? So it's triple disaster. How can you say double disaster become positive? It just don't make sense, right? So basically, you have double negative is actually worse than 1 negative. Right? You have 3, then it's even worse, right? So your mobile number is based on this analysis. It's all based on the I Ching, and also it's also based on a lot of this thing called case studies and law of large numbers, meaning that we study many cases and we arrive at this law of probability and probable, but it's not 100%. Huh? Okay, so I hope I've given everyone a very simple way how we analyze the numbers. So in fact, we have analyzed more than 100,000 numbers. I personally, every day also analyzing numbers. When I take up the currency to pay to the hawker, I look at the numbers. If it is a very solid number, then I will retain that currency, and try not to use it as much as possible. So in fact, we have studied more than 70,000 mobile numbers, more than 10 years, and revealed to us a scary conclusion. Your mobile number has a direct impact on your life, whether you know or do not know, aware or not aware. And you can also verify this by your own experiments. So understand that today, whatever that I share with you, the analysis of numbers, so it's all based on verification. So if I say something is negative or positive, you actually can verify it. So it is not based on blind faith. You have to believe what I said. It is also not based on some theories that you cannot prove it. So understand that everything can verify. For example, my friend said Singapore never used Huawei for the 5G. I said not true. He said he saw Singtel advertising Ericsson 5G. I say M1 using Huawei 5G. Then he said M1 is only one of the companies. Yes, but one of the 4 companies is a major company. So you can verify if Singapore is using Huawei 5G or not, right? You can go to the equipment and see is it Huawei or not. So you don't have to argue. So for this mobile number analysis, you can verify yourself. That's the most important thing. And you can also test with experiments, all these numbers. So now I'm going to show you some experiments that you also can carry them out yourself, like the fruits experiments. So we took 2 oranges about the same, and then we write different numbers there. The left is written 218, the right is 413. Now to ask our audience here, which orange do you prefer? Let me ask Mr. Yong. Yeah, Yong, which orange you prefer, 218 or 413? Which one you prefer? Oh, you never unmute, which one you prefer? You can raise your hand. If you prefer 413, you raise your hand. If you prefer, okay, so it's either 413 or 218, right? Let me ask Isa. Nick, Isa.
Okay, I choose 413.
Oh, okay, just 413. Okay, so anyway, after 9 days, you'll find that the 218 orange is actually rotten, whereas the 413 is still quite fresh. And you can do the pair experiment as well. You cut open the 218 pair. Actually, both of them look the same after 9 days or whatever days. And you cut open the 218 pair, you realize that the inner core is rotten. And you can do the rice experiment. Same rice from the rice cooker, you write different numbers. This time around, you write the entire mobile number. But just for the privacy, we hide 1 digit. So the one on the right is the new mobile number designed by Teacher Lee based on this person Pa Zi. So the one on the left is actually her late mother's mobile number. That means her mother already passed away. Then she tried to analyze. So usually we do not analyze numbers of people that are no longer on this earth. So please understand. The reason is we want to respect people because they cannot verify, right? They are no longer on this earth. So we don't want, also if the person is no longer around, no point talking about anything good or bad. So usually this is not the right way to analyze someone's number that already passed away. Okay, so anyway, this person, and then so this was her late mother's number, and after 9 days, you see the rice, this rice gets a bit sticky, not so good, whereas the right is still quite okay. And you realize that this number has a 0. So some people may wonder, is 0 good or no good? Anyway, from the experiments, the number with 20 is a bit black, with 40 is totally black. Totally black. But looks like today our people don't have 0 in the mobile numbers. So I think for Neo Ping Chai, maybe you can text to me in the Zoom chat room to my name, then I can actually see your number. So generally 0 is no good. Generally, of course, there could be exceptions. There's no 100%. But anyway, good or no good, you know, after you use the number for a while, you know whether it's good or no good, right? And you write 11314 on the orange, you find that this orange is able to retain its freshness, right? Anybody know what does 1314 means? Anybody know? Ping Chai, you know what does 1314 means?
一生一世.
Yeah, 一生一世. This means this life and forever. So definitely is a very good message, positive message, right? In fact, this is actually the love message. Maybe Ping Chai used to send this to his wife.
Yeah.
Friends, I don't know. No, you can send this to anybody, to your colleague, to your customer, actually can. And love is a genuine kind of love. It's not the hanky-panky love. And then Teacher Lee picked 3 apples, not so good. She wrote her own mobile numbers there. And after 15 days, the apple still quite okay. Whereas the top right is written 812. You can see the top right is written 812. And after 15 days, it gets a bit black, crumpled, and soft. So imagine if you use a number that's not so good, and then getting black, crumpled, and soft, I think that's not a good idea, right? And this pomelo has a nice mobile number written. There's a growth of leaf. You see that it's actually sprouts, right? So when you use a nice mobile number, you will still experience growth, regardless of your age. Although adults after the age of 30 cannot grow physically anymore, if you, after 30, you grow, that means you grow fatter, right? So there's no such thing called physical growth anymore, like it or not. You wouldn't have extra hair, you will have less hair. So, but imagine you use a nice mobile number, you still can grow one more time. So imagine you can grow back the hair, or you can grow back the wealth, right? You can grow your wealth, you can grow your relationship, grow your network. Isn't that a good idea? Right? That's why people say numbers have energy. And then the question is, how's our own mobile number? Is it giving us the right energy or the negative energy? So now I'm going to share with you how to read your own number. You can use this method to read any number in the world. You can read today's date. Today is 0402, right? Or 402, 2023. It can be read a postal code. It can be pricing. It can be anything. So you can take a piece of paper and write your mobile number on the paper, if it's convenient. And then in this example, this is a fake number. So just now I mentioned that we have the pairing for the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's no pairing for the 5 and 0 because the meaning of 5 and 0 are rather complex. So first step is to cancel the 5 and 0 because we want to keep things simple. If you want to really understand what is 5 and 0, then you have to attend our 2 days class. After that, you pair up the numbers with overlapping. So the first pair is 8, 7, right? After that, you overlap the 7, so it becomes 7, 3. It's not 7, 0 because the 0 you skip, right? So after that, you overlap one digit. Some people say, do I overlap 0? You don't overlap 0 because 0 in front has no meaning. So you actually overlap 3. So it becomes 3, 6 and not 3, 5 because the 5 you skip, right? The next pair is 6, 2. That's pretty obvious. And this is also very obvious. The last pair is 2, 1. So this is how you actually pair up the numbers. You ignore the repeating numbers and you can ignore the 0 and 5 just for the moment. Huh? So a typical 8-digit number will have maximum 7 pairs and minimum 1 pair. So for state codes, if you cannot change the state code in USA, then you don't need to analyze that number. Also, we do not analyze the country code because it's the same for everybody. Yeah. But in some places, for example, in New Zealand, there is no state code, there's an operator's code, but that operator's code you can choose. So in that sense, in that case, we will also analyze the operator's number, same as in Malaysia as well, right? Okay, so this is how you pair up the numbers. After you pair up already, there are total 8 sets of numbers because it's based on Yijing, 八卦, right? 8 trigrams, so 8, right? So a total 8 sets of numbers. You see whether you have this first set of numbers. Today I will share with you 3 sets, and then yeah, that's all. Due to this is just a free seminar, so cannot share with you the whole thing. Otherwise, yeah, it's just, you attend the proper class will be actually more complete. So the first set of numbers are these numbers 1, 2, 9, 6, 4, 8, and 7, 3. And the reverse, these numbers we call it 绝命 or take life. Take life is a translation in English. In Chinese, it's called 绝命. So this is 汉语拼音. Yeah? Okay, so you can see it can be iteration like 1, 2, 2, 5, 1 is the same as 1, 2, right? We look at what is the basis, huh? It can be 9, 6, 0, 5, 6, 5, 0. It is still 9, 6. Okay, huh? So example here, I see just now was that gentleman, Ping Chai does not have these take life numbers, huh? And I see Yong has 8, 4 and 4, 8, huh? Correct, huh? So Yong, you have double take life numbers. How about Nick? Nick does not have. So only Yong has. I will not analyze Grace because Grace already changed her mobile numbers, I think 2-3 years ago, right? Okay, so must congratulate Yong, CL Yong, because you have these take line numbers. You are very righteous and very good to friends. Am I right or not? Yong, is it correct? You are very righteous, very good to friends. You have many friends. Where is Mr. Yong? Let me see. Okay, yeah, I'm Yong. So this number says that you are a very responsible person and you do things will be very complete from the beginning to the end and tend to be a bit of risk taker, a bit of rash and quick temper. As for wealth, actually your income not bad, just that the money can easily get stuck or spent away. Or maybe the money is lent to friends. So as a result, some of the money is stuck. Is it true, Mr. Yong? Is it true, this analysis, this description? As for marriage, yeah, these are a bit of a quick temper, so not so conducive. We call it not blissful, right? Health issues, prolonged use will lead to issues towards the water side, for example, kidney, liver, and diabetes. No benefactors to help this person because this person is very hardworking, and this number, tick life number, has no benefactors. And we have some case studies here. You can see this person number has nothing but 96 is repeating throughout. So when we show him the description, he said does not apply to him. Huh? So I said, you look at the description carefully. Then he said, oh, one of them apply. Huh? And that is actually money. It is not in the written, but in the verbal, what I said. Now, just like I said, basically money could be stuck, lent to friends. Huh? So he has many friends, and a large sum of money has been lent to all the friends. Huh? Some money is stuck. Huh? So as a result, he quickly changed his mobile number. Huh? This is actually a case of this person who changed his mobile number 5 years ago. Huh? 21/8 is 5 years ago, right? And these are further case studies of people having so many tick life numbers. They have some cancer here and there. These are further examples. Too many tick life numbers and will tend to be leading to such health issues as the person ages. So these are all the actual case studies, actual people who already got cancer and their family members came and changed for them. You can see the numbers in red are the tick life numbers. And tick life numbers is not just bad for health, it is also bad for vehicle numbers. So it is more accident prone. If it happens to be a date and then it happens to be a plane, then it may also have the same negative energy. So example, this plane, right? With the model MH, right? This is actually the MH310, the Malaysia airline that was actually 370, the plane that was actually lost. Right? So you know, 37 is tick life, 0 means gone. So this plane gone and disappear, cannot be found. After 9 years until today. So it belongs to Boeing 737, that's a model. 737 means 7337, so it's considered double tick life. Right? So you can see in Google, it says that many of such numbers and some mentioned planes and models, usually the air disasters usually happen on these models. Boeing 737. And if it's a date, it tends to mirror some incidents like this Canada snowstorm that happened 3 years ago. So today is not tick life date. Today is not. The next one will be the 12th, followed by 21st of February. That's all. No more already. But 1st of Feb in Myanmar, I think last week or so, or a few weeks ago, I have a person from Myanmar. So this thing is very close to the person's heart, right? So we have the military coup in Myanmar on this tick life date, and many people lost their lives, right? Until today, it is still not over. So Singapore has many disasters in the past, and you realize that the serious ones usually happen on the tick life dates. Again, this is based on statistics, facts of life, right? But not 100%. Okay, so the next coming one will be the 12th, followed by 21st of Feb, right? So if you happen to have some celebration, then we try to avoid this day. Next, we move on to the next set of numbers. This number is for those who are very smart people, intelligent people. So these are the numbers 18976342 and the reverse. So these numbers are called 5 ghosts or 五鬼. 五鬼 is in Chinese and 5 ghosts is the translation. See who has the 5 ghosts. So Nick does not have. And Mr. Young also don't have. How about Ping Chai? Ping Chai has 79. Oh, congratulations. Ping Chai has 79. I'm very intelligent. At least we found one intelligent person. Okay, if you have this number, you are considered as good in planning as well. Learn new things very fast and also good in strategizing. Is it correct, Ping Chai? Very good in strategizing. So able to think out of the box and more creative. than others. So in terms of wealth, actually this one, money not bad, just that not easy to hold on to the money. Yeah? But for Ping Chai, it's a little bit different because after that he has another set number. So maybe for Ping Chai, can retain money. Although lost some, but still can retain. Never lost all. Correct? So it says here, night hour, tend to sleep late. Ping Chai sleep late? No, I sleep early. Sleep late. Okay. Well, some people sleep late because of work, some because of the habit. So here is talking about people who sleep late because they got many night programs. Night life very active. So night life very active, and then prolonged use may lead to some extramarital affairs. Night life very active. And health-wise, prolonged use may lead to issues because sleep late will tend to issues of the heart, blood pressure, and also more prone to accidents. So no benefactors for this number because this person is very capable, right? So when we know if you are very capable, it's hard for people to help you. And so sometimes in life, it might be better to act blur or just don't bother. Oh, welcome, Ek Kyong. Ek Kyong, you don't have 5 ghost numbers. I saw Ek Kyong just now, and then now suddenly disappeared.
Hello.
Still there. Okay, welcome. You don't have 5 ghost numbers. We are talking about we talk about take life numbers and 5 ghosts, and you happen not to have both of them. Later we'll analyze the numbers, not to worry. Okay, so now we are continuing. So 5 ghost numbers, case studies, people with the 0 will tend to be more prone to cancer operations. So plus 5 ghosts tend to have some unseen, unheard of units, hidden units. And yeah, these are further examples. But I think for Ping Chai, unlikely because he got, after that he got 9-1 behind 7-9. So this person ending with 977 also means 97 continues. It means more than 197, and already passed away due to cancer. However, his daughter continued to use the number. We told the daughter not to use, but the daughter insists on using, and one day she was hospitalized. After that, the mother quickly changed the number for her, right? The mother can see it's actually Yalan, can read from here. So the mother changed the number for her because the mother is very worried because she lost her husband a few years ago due to cancer, and the husband has been using that number for so long. Then the daughter continues the same number. You can imagine if you were the mom, you also would be very worried, right? And someone you told the daughter not to use, the daughter never listened to you. You feel a sense of responsibility. Anyway, this thing happened in 2019, and this lady got married in 2021, right? 2021, so quite some time already. So it happens that both take life and 5 ghosts is double whammy, double negative. It's not so good. And 5 ghost numbers, these are the people who already got cancer, so it's more prone to cancer. Because Singapore #1 killer is cancer, in case people wonder why we always say cancer prone. Because the #1 cause of death in Singapore is cancer. #2 is pneumonia. #3 is heart issues. And #10 is diabetes. Well, pneumonia will actually include COVID. And those nitrate girls, they tend to have many 5 ghost numbers. Nitrate girls. Maybe the guys here are familiar, right? I suppose the guys here, maybe like Ek Kyong, Ping Chai, Yong. Not familiar, never seen before. Okay. Anyway, if you happen to have their posters or name cards, you'll find that actually most of them is 5 ghost numbers because they are in the nitrate. So if it is a date, it tends to mirror some incidents. This is a famous one. 24th of February, coming to a year, Ukraine was invaded by Russia. And today the war has escalated. So you see Russia invaded in the 5 ghost date at 5 a.m. just before sunrise. You can say it's coincidence. And you can also say this is coincidence. 22nd of April, 2021 is a double 5 ghost date. This submarine with the name of Figos 402 sank in Singapore coast, and Singapore Navy tried to rescue, cannot rescue. Right? And 53 people just sank inside there and perished, lost their lives from Indonesia. In the end, this submarine was actually salvaged by China. Singapore has no such technology. And whether you believe or not, sometimes a mistake made is a total mistake, a permanent mistake. Dr. Mahathir resigned on 24th of February, double Figo Day, and lost his whole political career. Even lost the election deposit last year, right? And yeah, most people will consider him as a write-off. But anyway, even write-off, he's being sued by the current Malaysian government for cancelling the high-speed railway project between Malaysia and Singapore. So if it is a car plate, it tends to mirror some incidents, so not so good. Car plate numbers, having this. So now you know, right? 18 and 81 is actually Figos. So for people who keep on saying, I like 1818 because it sounds good in the dialect or whatever, so think twice. Here we are talking about Yijing, which takes that much longer ago, before those dialects even come about, right? Okay, we have seen two negative sets of numbers. Now let's switch gear and look at a more positive number. So this is called the leaders numbers. They are the numbers 198743 and 26. These are, and the reverse, these are called Yinyang or live leading numbers. If you have, that means you are actually quite a leader. So let me see, Nick has 87 and 78. Well, Nick is a leader. Nick Isa is a leader. Oh, definitely. Yeah. Let me see, Ikyom does not have. And Ping Chai also have 915. Wow. Also a leader. Ping Chai must be some high-level person in the company. Yeah. A good question. Hotel 81 is Figos. You know, Hotel 81 is a hotel not for the normal tourists, right? It's for people who rent by hours, right? So Hotel 81 occupancy rate is easily 150 to 200%, because one day they can rent to more than one person, right? Yeah, so you know 81 is actually a Figos, right? It's for those night trade, right? Okay, so correct, Ping Chai is a leader in the company, some senior director or chairman, is it something like that? Or something like that, or permanent secretary. Okay. Well, my friend, she is a secretary in the company for very long. She told me I'm a permanent secretary. I served 3 bosses so far. They all passed away, but I'm still around. That's why she's called herself permanent secretary. I said, you are the leader. She said, yeah, correct. Bosses got to ask her, today, can I do this? Can I do that? So funny, right? The boss, the share owner of the company, got to ask her, can I do this? Can I do that? So anyway, this number means that you are very good in leadership and planning, and is very responsible, a kind of chauvinist, right? I don't know whether Ping Chai is chauvinist or not. Or very, no, not chauvinist. Kind-hearted, yes. It looks strong from outside, but inside very soft-hearted, right? So stubborn, yes. Stubborn, very strong beliefs. I think Isa also. So correct, Isa, you are a leader, right, Isa?
Yes, thank you.
The leader. So I can tell, because I and Lisa and I, we belong to the same growth club, right? And I can see that Isa is a leader. So it says here, wealth-wise, actually they earn not bad income, but it's all hard-earned money. So we call it disproportionate income, meaning that you put in a lot of efforts, the income is less than proportionate. We call it disproportionate income. So can be rather so-called calculative in terms of money. Some people say that's called financially intelligent. So if a person is very stingy, we don't say stingy, we say this person is very financially intelligent or financially prudent. And career-wise, that's also is a leader and tend to be more hands-on, professional, processes, some special skills. And can be quite high pressure, so not so relaxed. So for Ping Chai, well, definitely, the position I can see is quite high. So I can see it's a rather stressful job. But I see the hair still there, not bad. So this I say very loyal, very faithful. Ping Chai is #1 faithful man, right? Outside has never looked at another lady before, other than the wife. Got look, but I mean never really look close. Of course, we do look at ladies, but then and so overwork issues, so may have some body aches, waist pain, insomnia. I don't know whether you got insomnia or not. Because stress, stress that's why I got insomnia. And then benefactors, no benefactors, because this number very capable as a leader. So the last line is interesting. It's actually for females. So, but today we don't have, right? So Ping Chai is a man, so it's okay. So for females, if they have the 19 or 91, it's not so good. Same go for the 787. So for Isa got 87 and 78, but he's a male, right? Correct. Isa is a male. So no issue, right? Isa. Then you may wonder why for female no good, because it's all based on the I Ching concepts. The digit 1 is water, the digit 9 is fire. So water kills fire. And woman is yin, woman is yin. So this is very strong yang. 9 is yin fire, 1 is yang water. So the yang is very strong. It actually kills the yin, and woman is yin. So 19 or 91 is bad for women. So the similar goes for the 87 and 78. So it's bad for women's health and also bad for their marriage. It could be good for the career. There could be some super lady, a Madam Ho or something like that, or Madam Ting or Madam Ho. You know who am I talking about, right? Madam Ting, Madam Ting Pei Ling, it's a leader. So this is, if you have women that are having this number, you can actually let them know. This is called risk assessment, right? We are not trying to curse people in this Lunar New Year. We are just telling them that certain risks, right? It may apply, it may not apply, And then people may ask, what are those auspicious numbers? If I have certain numbers, will be very easy for me to strike lottery. Well, they say that if you have very good wealth numbers, it will bring you more wealth. So it's easier to strike lottery. So now I'm going to analyze your mobile number. So let me go and close the window because the rain is getting heavy. Let's Okay, so I will analyze, we only have 3 numbers to analyze. So the first one, let me see here. Okay, so Isa came in very early just now. So okay, so I hide 2 digits for Isa to protect his privacy. So from here, you can see Isa is a very strong leader, and is actually a specialist. He possesses some special skills, right? And has a large network, and many friends. Correct, Consider
Yes,
quite cheerful, right? Happy?
Yeah, very happy. Thank you.
Very happy, and a strong communicator, good in talking. He can even very good influencer. He can influence people. He can also engage in debates. Because you have the 86, sorry, you have the 654. So it's very obvious. So here it says that earn good money. However, also large spending.
Very true.
Spend on what? Usually spend on spend on what? Let me see. Spend on family and spend on network.
Very good.
He has a lot of friends. The whole kampong. And also he actually knows how to enjoy life. So life enjoyment. Correct, So he goes for quality. Isa goes for quality, so doesn't go on cheap things. So next thing is considered as quite faithful. Correct, Quite loyal to your spouse, right? Is it correct? Are you
Yes,
married? I don't
right.
know.
According to my side. Yep.
Very loyal, and as a whole, marriage is considered blissful as a whole. As a whole. Well, of course, got quarrels, all these things. So then maybe, wow, this So actually this number is considered as a whole is quite good, but can be better. Okay, what's the main flaw? The main issue is I'm not sure whether the main issue is actually money not enough. So the feeling of money not enough, because seems to be quite capable and but not able to earn the money that he desires. So then the other thing is a large spending. But compared with other numbers that I've seen, this is considered a good number. So yeah, basically it's main issue money not enough. That's about all, right? I can't really so much. Okay, so Isa got any questions or anything you want to?
So let's say like everybody will buy a new number, right? Or any number. So then how they don't choose the correct number?
Well,
So
that's a very good question.
No,
so,
you can keep it for the end of the day.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure, no problem. So because here we are looking at this thing called 八字. 八字 means your lunar calendar, your year, month, day, and time of birth. There are certain 八字. Of course, if you believe in this school of thought, right? And this 八字 is a Chinese thing. It dates back about 2,000 years ago. It gets very popular 1,000 years ago during the Song Dynasty. So the number is usually a design number based on the 八字. That means it's not the number that you go to the telco and pick the good number, because it may not be matching your 八字. So it may be too good, then it becomes a burden. And it may have certain flaws that you may not be aware of, because the front and the back sequence also plays a part. So it can get rather complex. So usually to simplify matters, then it's outsourced to teacher Lee who reads 八字. So I don't read 八字, so I don't design mobile numbers. I only can analyze mobile numbers. Okay, so I think that's all for Isa's analysis. So Isa, if you, primarily we can WhatsApp each other, like if you want me to, let's say, look at your wife's number or whatever. So we don't need to do it here because, they are not here, normally not so good to do it here. Okay, and the next one is, okay, let me just go by this. Just now, a pink chai, quite early. Okay, so this is the pin size number. So from here you can see, actually he also has a large network, and good income, although high spending, but he's also a saver, and actually you get a promotion is quite common in his working career. He's a leader and that kind of things. That means he gets promoted regularly, correct? Not parachute, straight away go to the top position. No, it's actually bit by bit, step by step, correct? Ping Chai? It's actually hard-earned money, hard-earned career and money. So this number can be a bit very strong ending. So the 91X. So I just put the word may. So too strong may lead to stress, headaches. So because it's based on the Yinyang concept, so Yinyang has the concept of moderation. So if something too good, too strong, also no good. And may lead to, just now mentioned about this, too hard work, too hard life. So enjoyment, do enjoy, but not very much enjoyment. So earning a disproportionate income. Is it correct, I think, so far? The analysis. So health issue, so far, this one is more the stress, headaches. And then the other thing about this number, it tends to have the 5 sensory organs issue because of the beginning. These 4 numbers here is a little bit too long. This senchi here, 82. And also this one may mean dislike to see doctor when sick. So what else? Huh? So as a whole, so for Ping Chai, if she wants the remaining life to have an easier life, enjoy life, then maybe, then maybe this number. So okay, what's the main issue lah? The main issue is basically a bit too hard life lah, huh? And also yeah lah. But the main issue basically is still money not enough lah. The way I see, huh? Because I only see 127, which is actually not sufficient. So of course, in the later part of the life, Ping Chai remaining years, I assume Ping Chai still got about 30 years to go, right? I don't know his age, but roughly I gauge from the picture, another 30 years to go. So 30 years is not short, huh? Another 30 years. So maybe the next 30 years will be more enjoyable, that kind of things are more relaxed, huh? So this number is considered so not so good, huh? A bit too strong, huh? Okay, Ken, Ping Chai. Any questions, Ping Chai? Got anything you want to clarify? Or maybe you find that my analysis is not, I don't know, huh?
I think it's good. Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Okay, Ken, I think the question, how to make more money? Very good question. How to make more money? Then basically, we'll have to, of course, if you have a very good wealth number, it's easier to make money, huh? Of course, how to make more money, you have to look at other things as well, including your name, your household, say a lot of other things as well, huh? So it's not so simple. But anyway, it starts from a good number. That's what I want to say, huh? Okay, huh? Okay, so I go to the next person. Next person is just now Yong. Yong is the US number, so I just key in the 7-digit without the operator's code, right? Okay, this number, basically the Liu Sa, very strong. You have actually 8538. Oh, and then also got a 38 at the front. So when the Liu Sa too much, it may tend to lead into this issue of high spending and also bad romance. I tend to attract bad romance. And then you have is 8485. So this is actually the big life, very strong as well. So this one can mean there to go for your love. And then plus so you have this and this combined together. Basically, your number is just Liu Sa and take life together only. So combined together is actually, it means actually money leakage, very serious. Money leakage is very serious. And also got many attracted romances easily. Is it true, Ping Chai? Sorry, Yong, is it true? I don't know. So far, what do you think about the analysis? So you can let me know either in the Zoom or in the private message in the Zoom. So now I'm analyzing the number. So this one lack of positive numbers. Basically, the whole thing is positive, is negative. So basically lack benefactors and then also lack the wealth numbers. So it could be considered a hard life. Basically not much leverage, right? Work very hard and a lot of struggle, that kind of things. So I don't know. USA, is it better life than Singapore? I do not know. But USA is a big country, right? So it depends on where you are. But I mean, looking at the number here, basically consider no good as a whole. And basically, it's actually wealth leakage throughout, from start to end. So it's actually bad. So no good number. So Yong, got any questions or anything you want to clarify? Okay, if no, then I move on. Let me see who else. Actually, looks like no one already, right? I have already.
Teacher Andy still got the Ikyong.
Oh yeah, Ikyong. Sorry, Ikyong. Ikyong. Okay, so this number, wow, it actually has 3 zeros. So actually having so many zeros is no good. It means that actually bad is actually bad for wealth, bad for marriage, and bad for health, and bad for career. 1 0 is bad, 2 0 is worse, and then 3 0 is even worse, right? So it can mean actually wealth leakage. Leakage is very, very serious. Much more serious than just now that number. Also, these are so bad for relationship and marriage. So very high spending, and also tend to be not happy. Tend to get a bit emotional and worrisome. Worrisome. So as a whole, it's a tough number, so I'm not sure. Ikyong, so far, get any? Just now driving, right? Ikyong, maybe not so convenient for him to interact.
I'm not driving. I'm parking
Oh,
somewhere.
Okay. So far, I don't know. The analysis seem to be very negative. But I'm just reading the number now.
Yeah. That's why I come for this.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, of course, we can do something about it, and that is to basically don't use this number. Then what number do you use? Then the best is to get a custom-made number that actually can complement your weaknesses in the past. It will be better, instead of any good number. So these are also know the benefactors become your saboteurs. That means they, instead of helping you, they actually sabotage you. So yeah, let's cut back. So health issue is more the intestine. As a whole, it's more a bit of mental issues. A bit prone to depression. So depression is actually a serious thing, and then you cannot tell the person that he is actually having depression. You can't tell. Whereas a person that always complain, very unhappy, could be actually okay. So I have a friend that's actually depression. You can't tell. He's very confident. Okay, so as a whole, it's bad number. So if you can liaise with Jean and then get the number changed, and that'll be the best for this new year. It starts from today. Li Chun is today. Okay, so I think I have already finished. So I will continue the seminar. So what are those? Before that, let me just reply this person message, right? Sorry, just reply. Just wait for me a little while. Otherwise, the person waiting for me. Okay, reply already. Okay, so we talk about those good numbers, auspicious numbers. We can take a clue from the successful companies like Alibaba. You can see from their year of establishment, which means a leader for a long time. Look at the website, also means a platform making big money. IPO dates and prices are all designed to make a lot of money. So as a result, they created many wealth in Asia and the world. For the Wanda Group, they have very good numbers, but unfortunately, they have 2 zeros inside the stock code. So that makes them to become in debt. So we say 1 0 means you lose your money. 2 0 can mean you're in debt. So indeed, they're in debt of 400 billion yuan right now. And then if you want your product pricing to sell well, this can be proven by the actual market, right? And so I say numbers can be verified. In Taobao, you'll find the exact same product. Sometimes the higher price one sells more, right? So for us, we explain from numbers, 48 is not a good number as compared to 49. And 49 is 16% higher than 38, sells 10 times more, because 3 is actually the Liu Shan not so happy number. So it attracts the not happy viewers and buyers. And if you want a lot of benefactor, this is the number that Li Ka-ching uses. And for Tencent boss, similar to, he got this number back in 1998, and that helped him to raise a lot of money in Hong Kong. For Jack Ma, this number also brought him very good wealth just by leadership and talking. For Chairman Mao, he was given this number, which also means 31772. That means open the mouth will attract wealth. So indeed, he opened his mouth and talked to the foreign leaders, especially President Nixon from USA, and attracted investments into China. Deng Xiaoping was using this card number at the beginning to show everyone is a leader. And for the current President Xi Jinping, President Xi is using this card number 1945, simply means a leader making good wealth continuously. And you will realize that 1945 is also the year of victory. World War II. China emerged as one of the 5 victors in World War II. And then that actually starts the upswing of China from 1945 onwards until today. And if you find that numbers are good, do they use it in the corporate world? I would say maybe. And you look at the Singapore Straits Times Index, these are share prices. This is the names of the 30 component stocks. You realize that each of them has a stock code. And if I use 1st of September 2021 as the base, which stock has gone up by 40–50%? Well, of course, you can go to the chart and see, but now I just cut it short. It's actually C31 Capital Land. So you restructured as Capital Land Investment has gone up from $2.80 to yesterday about $4. Definitely gone up a lot more. Of course, the other company is Sembcorp Industries, which I cannot understand why, because this number cannot explain. U96 cannot explain that it is doing so well. But anyway, numbers not everything. But at least it does help. In fact, Mapletree used a very nice number pricing to buy over Mapletree North Asia Commercial Trust at 1.1949. This also means a leader group making good money continuously. So from here, you can see the numbers carry energy. The energy will create results, and results will make your life. This is unbreakable law that's always there, whether you know or don't know, believe or don't believe. So for people who choose to believe, they want to get a good number. The best is this number is able to match your 八字, design based on 八字. With that, your life will change for the better. You have wealth and benefactors. So people say if you use such a number, it will bring you good luck. So many people have tried many ways to turn their life around. So some go for change their look, change their career, change their address, even migrate, right? And people even change their family. People even change their house feng shui, change their name, change their occupation. And after they tried so many, they found out that actually changing mobile number is actually the fastest, easiest, and the lowest cost way. And the beauty is that it actually changes your life quite immediately. Why is it so? Because we use our mobile number, our mobile phone 24/7. And your house feng shui is provided you stay in the house, right? You don't stay in the house whole day, right? So you still go to the office, so the office feng shui also affects you, right? But the mobile number will follows you wherever you go, whether you go Singapore or USA, it's the same thing, right? That's why changing mobile number is the fastest and easiest way to a good life. So with that, we are able to work smart and not just work hard. You want to work smart or work hard?
Work smart.
Work smart, huh? I think we all work very hard already. It's time to relax and a good life. People like just now that Ping Chai, it's time to have a good life. This is your entitlement. So don't change number. The issue may remain and one day could be too serious. Change number is a brand new start. So our company, Edu413, has already changed mobile numbers for more than 5,000 people since the year 2018. And they come from various countries, not just Singapore, Malaysia, and also includes very far away like Canada, USA. And some people see results after 1 day, 1 week, or 1 month of using the new number. Some actually see results before they actually get the new number. It's also possible, like this lady, Yuki, 1 week before she got a new number, she actually got a job offer. You know, that time was a COVID period. She worked in the travel industry, inbound travel, out of job, and cannot find a job easily. And being a Malaysian, she cannot remain unemployed for too long. So luckily then she managed to find a job. And then after she made the payment, a job offer came to her. That's why she was very happy and asked me. I told her, basically, the day you make the payment, your life starts to change. So we have to change mobile numbers for people very far away. This person called Margarita, all the way from Luxembourg, Europe. Luxembourg is a small country, right? Here, that one is Belgium, Netherlands. Luxembourg is below, very small country. Huh? So she changed not just for herself, but her daughter. So just like any one of you here, she attended the Zoom seminar. There's a 8-hour, 7-hour difference. Huh? But I think today the Young got more. Huh? Young maybe got 12-hour difference. I don't know. But anyway, she experienced very good changes in herself and her daughter. And last time used to be struggling, having a very tough life. I mean, it's hard to imagine that if you live in Luxembourg, the richest country in the world, you'll be having a tough life, right? But indeed, it is true, right? So you can see our mobile number change can help people even when they're in a very rich country. So this person from Taiwan already changed his number, but not very happy. So he saw Teacher Lee's message, Teacher Lee's seminar, and he actually decided to change one more time. And with that, he's able to get results very fast. Within 1 month.
我是台湾高雄的展宏。首先
Okay, so just to hear a bit of his voice. Next is Benedict Go. Let's hear from her.
Budding entrepreneur in the beauty and wellness industry. So yeah, previously I chanced upon Andy's Facebook post. I was a little bit skeptical, but out of curiosity, I just have him analyze my old mobile number. And to my surprise, it was pretty accurate, especially the part about my previous platform. So I worked very hard, but the platform was not bringing me any career success, because I could not unleash my full potential of my leadership and my skills. And then hence it brought me no wealth, no career success, and then even my marriage was affected. So I decided to go down to listen to the talk done by 2 teachers, an NTU MBA holder and also a chartered accountant. Then I realized, numbers have energy also. And they actually are all based on scientific experiments and the law of large numbers and statistics. So okay, I was pretty convinced, and so when teacher advised that I to change the mobile number, I did. And then I realized, okay, within a month, I changed my platform. My income rose by 3-fold, and then I even during the circuit breaker period, my income rose. And I also noticed my health started to get better. I fell sick less often. My complexion improved. My sensitive skin and nose got better. And also because I generally have more positive energy, this number is bringing me a big network of friends, very positive people in my new platform, and also a lot of very big and powerful benefactors. And of course, my marriage started to have more laughter, more happiness, and I realized my life is starting to be more abundant with joy and bliss. And now I can even bring this and spread it to my family and friends and society at large. And I can really empower more people to change their lives. So it's really quite amazing what this small change can do to your life. So yeah, I hope my little sharing has brought some insight to you in helping you make the right decision.
So a small change can do wonders. Right? Next is he was having some depression because the son suddenly diagnosed with blood cancer. After he changed his number, he's able to be more positive. This happened in the year 2020, during the lockdown period. And with that, he's able to close the deal, earning himself 100,000. So this is quite drastic, from depression to 100,000 in 1 month. We hear somebody's voice, And then this is William. Let's hear him.
Great day, friends. William is the name, and cultivating of human potential is actually my game. Well, before changing my phone numbers and so on, which I didn't know that there's so much of negative energy in my old numbers, which causes a lot of unfortunate things as well, things like accident and so on and so forth. So after changing the new numbers and so on, things are getting so much better because I'm getting a lot of calls from overseas to do training for them, as well as a lot of calls for partnership to actually collaborate and work together. So basically, if you say that you don't believe it, then you better think about it twice, because it doesn't mean that it's not there, it doesn't happen. It may happen. So always prevent than to find cures at the end of it. Get yourself into something good change it for a reason, change it for a better life, so that you can experience a better life as well.
So change it for a better life. Even though, let's say, currently you are quite okay, quite good, and of course, it can be better, right?
Great day.
And for Jack Lee, after he changed his number, he got results very fast.
I'm a property agent. I feel more happier and more healthier. Okay. Then of course, in terms of business, I think there's a lot of things happen, miracles, I put it this way, because there's a lot of old customers that disappeared many years ago. They start calling me, and I also get a lot of new customers through my advertisement, through online, Facebook.
Okay, so next, of course, I myself changed my number 4 years ago in 2019. This was my old number, and the new number has brought me very tangible results that you can see and touch. And for this person, she saw Teacher Lee's message and straight away she got sales. Before that, it was 0 sales for the month. So you can see sometimes you just see the message actually is powerful enough. For Francis, he used to be losing money in running events. After changing his number, on some days he's able to, not every day, on some days he's able to make 10,000 a day. This person has lawsuit. After changing his number, he's able to win the 2 lawsuits. It's quite unbelievable, but it's true. And this person won a big prize in the 4D. So it's possible, but then we are not encouraging you. It's just that it's possible, and then many people actually strike 4D already. If you want to know how to strike 4D with your new number, Teacher Lee will be able to advise you when she actually give you the new mobile number. And for Feng Shui Master, they're already very successful, but he still changed his number, and straight away he got sales, he got money coming in. And this is Paxson.
My name is Paxson. I get to know one of my friends who tell me, share with me regarding my handphone number. And I have changed to a new number 2 months already. Things is getting better for me. I'm getting bigger order. And after I get the order, I have the opportunity to keep the money. Thank you very much, Andy.
Okay. So can keep the money, not just earn the money. Important. And also this Edward, after changing the number, improves the relationship between he and the wife. And this is a cancer patient. She has 4 cancers. So she said that after more than 2 years, doctor told her she has more than fully recovered. I know it sounds unbelievable, but this is true. I mean, if you want to speak to her, sometimes she do come to the shop. She's working as a cleaner in AIA. And this person struck a business deal, earned himself 1.5 million cashiers order. So many benefits can happen to you. And we have more than 223 written testimonials and also many video testimonials as well. The key reason, because we read the parts is very accurate, and then once the new mobile number is based on the parts, you will actually able to really give you the immediate effect. So we have a parts report that maps out your entire life, And we also will design a new bank account number for you so you can use it. We'll design a new 6-digit bank password for you that helps you to retain money. This one is very immediate. I have people that after use it straight away, the bank account balance increase. Help you to find the right benefactors, find the right. For the mobile number, we not just design the number, we also search under the telcos. And once we found the perfect fit, we will book it on your behalf. And so you don't need to search the number. You just wait for Teacher Lee to tell you to activate the number. And then you make sure you get the right trade or career based on the parcel, right food, right color, right accessories, and also this thing called card reading service. We have this card reading service. So you can consult Teacher Lee, and based on your problem, your question, Teacher Lee will use the cards to give you the answer. So in fact, these are the full 13 services we have. It's a package of services. So actually turn your life around, not just the new mobile number, bank password, plus also the parcel report and a whole of other services. So this package of services give you good health, good wealth, good benefactors, improvements in your career, your business, relationship, and a happy persona. If there's such a service give you so many benefits, what is the value?
Priceless.
Yeah, priceless. I would think just on health alone is priceless, right? So many people will want to go to great lengths, buy the new phone. Maybe it's now buy the iPhone 14 or Samsung Galaxy 23. I mean, you get the top range one is at least 1,008, right? So at least $2,000. Why not invest in yourself? So our full 13 services is 2,499. I think it's about the same as the mobile phone top package, right? But understand that this one you can use for entire life, but not mobile phone use for a few years, right? Plus, we also have, I mean, it has these 13 services. So we have these 13 services. Plus, also, once you get your new number, you are able to share with your friends. If your friends also join on board, the company will refund you 40% of what your friend paid. So in other words, you earn 40% referral income just by referring your friends, right, into this Zoom seminar. So understand that the company does not take 100% because we truly believe in sharing the money. And so this is the package we have called package A is 2499. And now because of the GST, so including GST, 8% is 2698.92. Right? Malaysia no GST. Huh? And then for some people that want to change mobile number, but they just don't want to, for some reason, they maybe find it difficult to come up with this money. I'm not to say that they cannot afford, but they want to do things step by step. Usually you can start small with package C is only 949, less than 1,000. In fact, this is less than the price of a new Xiaomi phone, right? Top-end Xiaomi phone. And with that, you are also able to earn 15% when you refer your friends. That's actually not bad, huh? And for this Lunar New Year period, we are giving away the free gift of this Wealth Talisman and also the Hua Tai Shui Talisman. Huh? So it's selling at $68, but you can get it free if you actually enroll in our plan. Huh? So after GST is 1024.92, before GST is 949. Huh? So if you are in USA, then we will need, if you need us to quote you a US dollar, we need to quote you. Huh? And then if you're in USA, then I'm not sure whether it's still GST or not because it's export. Huh? Okay, you fill the form as submitted by, Jean or whoever. And then this will be the payment details. You can scan this to do pay now, right? Or you can do bank transfer or using PayPal credit card. Huh? Or if you wish, you can come down and see Teacher Lee. The shop is open today until 7 p.m. Tomorrow is open from 2 to 6. And after that, weekdays is open 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. So you can actually come down to this location in Fuluso Complex and actually do all the payment there also can. Huh? So this is, please take a picture of this slide. This is the payment details. So at the end of the day, I think, people often ask, right? I've already shown you the way how to have wealth and success with the right numbers. So now actually it is your decision how soon you want to make it happen, right? So while you're pondering over the fee 949 or 2499, I just want to let everybody know how much is your life worth. Is it worth 949 or more, right? So our fee has not increased since 2018. Huh? That's quite unbelievable. Today, everything increased, right? Wanton mee from $3 becomes $4. Coffee from $110 becomes $130, $140. But our fee is still $949. But because the GST increased, so now becomes, it includes a 8% GST. Huh? So I hope I've given everybody a very clear thing, and I'm sure you will be in a better position to make the right call. Huh? So any questions from our people here today? Any questions? If you have any question, you can always.
The question I asked you just now, I think getting a new phone number.
Okay, Teacher Lee will design for you. If you want to go and select your own number, then we cannot help you. Huh? Because we are providing a service, so we cannot be providing a free service, right? So, and then whether this number fit your parts or not, that one is, you need a parts master like Teacher Lee to look at it. Huh? So basically, it's at your own risk or whatever you do on your own. Huh? So you use today's knowledge. Some people use today's knowledge and then they become the master themselves. Up to you. I mean, it's really up to you to do what you want. Huh? But basically, ours has a full package of service. And then it comes with also the referral reward as well, right? And all those things. So basically, it's not just giving you a new number so simple. We have to have the after-sale service and all those things. Huh? So as for reservation number, those kind of administrative details, I'm sure the telco can help you what the steps to do and that kind of things. But over at our company, we are also one of the agent for one more virtual operator called, for one virtual operator. So we actually have the SIM card. We can give you the SIM card immediately. Okay, so I hope I've answered your question. Is it okay, Lick?
Yep, sure, thank you.
Yeah, okay. So for the rest, Yong, got any question? Yong from USA. Well, okay, huh? So we can ask Grace, and then for okay. If no question, then I wouldn't take up your time. If you want to listen to our seminar one more time, the next English is on Tuesday. It's every Tuesday and Saturday, afternoon 2 p.m. For the Chinese, is at night 7 p.m. It's every Tuesday and Friday. So the Chinese is done by Teacher Lee. So with that, tomorrow is the Yuan Xiao day. So I wish everybody Yuan Xiao happy, and that's tomorrow's the last day of the Lunar New Year celebrations. But today is Li Chun. Okay, happy Li Chun, and tomorrow happy Yuan Xiao, and wish everyone have a good life, wealth and success with the right numbers. With that, thank you very much, everyone. Bye-bye.